Okay, first off, just your hometown, where you grew up. Just talk about it a little bit. And first off,
Okay, so I live in New Zealand, and I live in the capital of New Zealand, which is called Wellington, and I live in a little suburb outside of the city. So I live in a small city, small town where with a lot of old people actually, and right by the beach. Never lived without the beach. 6 houses away from school, so I was always at school playing on the playground, and just a little old New Zealand girl from.
all right. Now, when it comes to playing softball, did your parents like? Do you have athletic parents that played also, or did you just kind of fall into it at a certain age?
Well, my dad actually played rugby his whole life, and I was always a rugby girl since I was little. But my mum, well, she doesn't really play sport. She's not a really sporty person. But the first time I ever was interested in playing softball was my I have three brothers and three sisters, and my two brothers and my sister all played softball. And one day I just asked Mum, "Oh, Mum, can I play?" And she enrolled me that day, and I played that day. And from there on in, I've always loved it.
Okay.
Loved playing softball.
All right. Now, in New Zealand, are the youth leagues like they are here, or is it just complete opposite?
Oh, that's a complete change. When I'm at home and I'm playing, I play with women who are between 20s and 40s, and women who are married and have children, and women who have played in the Olympics, they've played internationally and all of that. And I came here and I'm playing with 18-year-olds and 21-year-old girls who just play softball just because that's what they've done their whole life. And there's a big difference between people who play the sport because they love it and people who play the sport just because, and you kind of learn the difference when you in those atmospheres, you know.
Okay, so in New Zealand, to become a softball player, you have to have the desire in yourself. It's not pushed as much as it is here, pretty much.
We don't have college leagues or anything like that. We play. We have one high school league, but it's not very it's not out there in the media and stuff. So we mainly play with clubs. So when you play, you represent where you come from. So if I'm changing that to America, it'd be like representing Itawamba against Mantachi kind of thing. We aren't as pushed by our parents as I notice the girls are here. The parents are always there, always supporting, always encouraging, and always wanting the best for their children. At home, it's more of something that the child chooses to do rather than what the parent wants the child to do.
Okay. Anyway, all right. So when did you first start playing? Like, what age do you think you are? Can you remember?
When I first started playing, I was 9 years old. I actually put the glove on the wrong hand and didn't know what it was, and picked up a bat and swung it like a cricket bat, and I don't know, it just went from there.
Okay. All right. Well, how did you wind up getting here to ICC?
Oh, I was working at this one stage. I worked for 2 years after I finished high school, and I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, and I knew that I loved school when I was at school, so I thought, I made a player profile of myself, just putting all my stats down and all that kind of stuff. I made a YouTube site and sent it out to all the coaches I knew and asked them if they could send out to people that they knew to try and get something in America. I wanted to play softball and go to college and get a free education kind of thing. So got emails sent out and got contacted by a few coaches, and Coach Freeman from Belhaven, Jackson, Mississippi, he contacted me, and then he contacted Coach Case, and then from there on in, Coach Case and I communicated through email. We pretty much both rolled the dice. We never met each other, never talked to each other. I've never been to this school, I've never been to this county or Mississippi at all, so pretty much both rolled the dice, and here I was.
Okay. When you first got here, what was the biggest like culture shock? Like, what was the biggest difference for you?
Okay. First, the people here are different. Obviously, Mississippi is a country place, so the people are very different, very unique to the people that I know, and the land's so beautiful. I notice it's like the beautiful trees and all of that kind of stuff. Just country, really. Country. Exactly like you see on TV, actually. Yeah, country.
Okay. Was there like a big, like, did your sleeping patterns or anything have to change because of the difference in time, or is it pretty much easy for you?
My mum actually wrote out a sleeping pattern list before I came here and told me to sleep this time and this time, so I could adapt as quickly as I could when I got here. Most important thing to do really is to fall asleep at the right time to sleep and wake up early in the morning, and from there on in your pattern will just change, by itself.
Okay. Brother Chris yesterday told me something about you. I don't know if it's true. The first thing you did when you got here, one of the first things you did was you went and bought like $150 worth of cereal. Is that right?
Well, yep, that's pretty right. I love cereal. It's easy to put in a bowl and put some milk in, and there you go. When I first got here, I was here by myself, so I didn't have transport or anything like that, and I didn't know anyone. I didn't know any of the girls. I got here on a Friday morning at 3 o'clock, so by the time it was Friday, all the girls had gone for the weekend, and so I went over to Coach Case's and I asked him if he could please take me to get some cereal, because I knew that I could have it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It wouldn't bother me a bit. So yeah.
All right. Go Ethan.
You talked about getting here, on that Friday, nobody's here. Talk as you say, that new adjustment for you, because if you think about freshmen when they come to college, a lot of people get homesick and they can go home within an hour or two from that. That's not the case with you. Talk about how you sort of dealt with the homesick issues and things like that.
When I first got here, the first night I got here, I got a little bit upset. I was just sitting on my bed, and I was on a bunk bed actually, and I was thinking to myself, I came all this way and I'm sleeping on a bunk bed for a year. And I was just like, what am I doing? Did I make the right choices? And is this really what I want to do? And all of that kind of stuff. But Coach Case was always really helpful, and gave me his number and made sure that if I needed anything, he'd always give me whatever I needed. And I'm lucky that I can talk to people and communicate with people and get myself out there, because if it wasn't for my communication skills, I don't think I would have adapted as quickly as I could.